Hey friends, Sleepy here, and welcome to a brand new episode of my community question series. We're on episode 20 today, and I want to thank everybody who has participated in this question series. You guys are amazing, and I have loved watching some of the video responses you guys have filmed and those who've left comments answering my questions, as this has been a really fun series for me. Just want to remind you guys that I do have a contest planned that I'll be holding at the end of this series. And for every video that you participate and answer the question, you will be entered into that contest for a chance to win one of a few different prizes that I have planned for it. You can get up to 2 entries per video. One if you answer the question as a comment, and the other entry you can get is if you do a video response. You don't have to do both, of course, and you can just simply leave a comment. But I do appreciate anybody who does create a video response to these, as I really enjoy watching your guys' videos answering these questions. And there's been a few of you who have done quite a few of them, and I really appreciate that, guys. I just ask if you do film a video response, just let me know about it. I know you guys can't really share the links with me anymore because YouTube's stupid algorithm crap and deleting them. But if you guys do film them, let me know about them, and I will post a link to your video in the comments so other people can check it out. So, question 20 here, I want to know, what are some of your guys' favorite arcade games that you had loved playing? And for me, I actually have 3 of them that I'm going to share with you guys, and I actually have them running on my computer. So I will cut here and talk about those 3 games and let you guys see what they are. But they're some of my favorite ones I absolutely love, and I hope you guys enjoy seeing these games, and I'll talk about them and stuff while I play them. And I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts about the games I do share with you. So guys, give me a second here, I'll move on to the games. Alright guys, so I wanted to share with you guys one of my favorite arcade games when I was a child, and even to this day I still love this game, and this is the Lost World Jurassic Park, the arcade game. I loved this game, and I have always played it anytime I can find an arcade machine. They actually still have these at Dave & Buster's, if you guys have ever been there, so I always play whenever I go to Dave & Buster's. But it's a game that I have been playing since 1997. I remember when it first launched, and I absolutely love this game. It's a light gun game you can play with 2 players. And what's really awesome is I actually have a Sega arcade emulator on my computer, and so that's how I'm able to play this game on my PC. And you use a mouse to shoot. The left button shoots, and if you hit the 2 buttons together, it actually will reload for you. So we'll pop it in here for just a second for you guys, put a couple credits in, and then hit the start. You guys can see this classic game. We'll just do the quick little beginner because that does the first level, which I love this game. I'm sure some of you guys have played this before. Let me know your guys' opinion on the game, if you guys had loved playing this rail shooter. But I love these kind of light gun shooters and stuff they had in arcade, and this was one of my absolute favorites in this series. So now try to play this here. I have to kind of look through the camera because the phone's kind of blocking my view. So, and of course the camera's making it look a little slowed down. It does run at full speed. I've had this game for many years, this emulator, but I didn't used to have a PC that was powerful enough to play this. It was barely run, it was really slow, but since I got this gaming PC from my brother, it actually works really well. Damn, I didn't want to shoot him.
Where's Sarah and Ian? They went to the laboratory. You can find them with this detector. Look out!
Of course, this game's a lot easier if you had an actual light gun, and I do know a few people who actually have light guns for their PC and are able to play them with this. That's something I would love to do in the future. Oh my god, I actually got him. God, that's the first time in a long time I've been able to save that dude. So that's awesome.
Hey, over here. They went down the slope. What the?
We gotta continue. This is another part I always had trouble as a kid, like... Damn, I always failed. I've only been able to beat that a few times. Especially here with the mouse, it's really tough. But if you can kick those two raptors off of that Triceratops, you can skip this whole part where you have to fight these raptors. And we gotta put a couple credits in there. Ooh, got the big one. So see if you can take out that big raptor before it roars. The other ones will flee. Otherwise, if you miss him, then they come and attack you. Oh yeah, these little compy guys. Damn, there's a lot of those guys. Now we're coming to my absolute favorite level and favorite part in this entire game. I just absolutely love this part. And it was so awesome when I first encountered this. This was just so cool. Because I'd always liked in the first Jurassic Park movie where they got chased by the T-Rex. And I'd always wanted something like that in the game. And so this game delivered on that. And it was just awesome being chased here. I'm also way out of practice in this game, and like I said, having to hit the two buttons together is quite annoying, where if you have a light gun, you can just actually aim off screen real quick and get it back on. So I figured I would just beat the first level for you guys, let you guys see. But this is one of my absolute favorite arcade games. I have loved this game since it came out in 1997, and it's a game I definitely think you guys should check out if you ever get a chance to play it in the arcade, or if you ever have, get the the emulator like I have, you can play it on your PC if you have a somewhat decent PC. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we'll get on to the rest of this question. Alright, and I'll share another game I really loved that's really awesome. And there was only actually one arcade that I had when I lived in Arizona that actually had this game, and it was awesome, and that is Aliens vs. Predator, which I'm a huge fan of the Aliens vs. Predator game. And this was an awesome Aliens vs. Predator side-scrolling beat-em-up game, which we did get an Aliens vs. Predator side-scrolling beat-em-up game on the Super Nintendo, but it was nowhere near as amazing as this one was. This was awesome because you can play as two different predators, or you can play as two different humans, and you just fight waves of different aliens and also humans, and then these alien infected humans, which is really cool. And it had a really fun story and was a fun game. And you could actually play this in 3 players because there was 3 players in this game, so something that was really cool. Which this is going to be really tough. Kind of tough to play. And I don't even remember what the buttons actually are on the thing. There we go. To show you guys a little bit of the gameplay of it, but this game was just awesome. I do have a X arcade stick that I have that when I actually play this, which I don't have it hooked up right now. So, you know, using the mouse and keyboard and trying to play with games like that can be really tough, and also trying to play with one hand is tough as well, which I gotta remember what the heck thing was. There will be... I always loved the Predator Hunter. He was my favorite. I gotta remember what buttons do. So unfortunately I won't be able to do really well with one hand, but you guys can at least get an idea. Where you can fight and move him around and everything, and just really cool little beat 'em up here. But I just wanted to give you guys a little clip of that. Just another game that I loved playing as a kid. And if you guys have never played it before, I highly recommend it. You can play it on MAME like I'm doing here. It's just a really fun game, especially if you're a fan of the Aliens and the Predator universe and stuff like I am. It's a great game. Highly recommend this one. Alright guys, so we'll continue on in the video. And here's one more game I wanted to share with you guys. This is a game that I absolutely loved, and I actually got to play this at a few different arcades when I was a kid. And I don't think a whole lot of people actually know about this game that exists, but this is a Battletoads game, and it's a Battletoads, the arcade game. And it was much better than the NES and Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis games, and it's one I really wish we would have got a home port for, but we never did. And so I don't know how many people actually have played this game or not. But it is awesome, as it is a side-scrolling beat-em-up game, just like Ninja Turtles and The Simpsons and X-Men and like the Aliens vs. Predator. It was just really cool. It's you can play as 3 players. You can play as all 3 Battletoads. That was something that was really cool because if you guys remember playing the Battletoads games on the consoles, you know, you never got to play as Pimple because he was captured. So it's really cool that you get to play as him. So we put a couple coins in there.
Stomping time.
Get the game started here, show you guys a little gameplay. Of course, it's going to be harder one hand like the Aliens game is, but it just was really cool because you get to select the different Battletoads and have crazy bosses to fight and enemies and stuff. And just an overall really fun game. And the music, too, was awesome. So move here and I'll show you guys. And I like how like the characters get big giant fists, and you can get giant, your feet will turn to a big shoe and you kick the guys off. Oh, it's kind of tough, like I said, with one hand. The big fist goes up and you can run up to him and kick his ass away. So it was just cool, and I just love the music too. It like just gets you pumped up to kick people's asses. That's just a little taste of some of the arcade games that I absolutely love. If you guys give me a moment here, we'll pause it here and get back for this question. Alright, so you guys got to see 3 of my favorite games in the arcade. You know, we start off with the Lost World, Jurassic Park, that awesome rail shooter. I absolutely love that arcade game because it had, you know, that big giant arcade cabinet that you got to sit in with the little black curtains on the side, and there was a view screen in the back that you could check out. there was actually a different version of this game created that was really awesome. It was at a game place called GameWorks, which is like a game... I can't think of the freaking name of the place. Like a Dave & Buster's. This, you know, big arcade-focused one. And it actually had this a special version of this Jurassic Park game where you were actually on... You sat in a seat that actually moved and swerved around and turned. And it had a big screen TV there, and you would actually turn and the stuff with this game, and it was like a unique version of it, and I had only ever seen it at that GameWorks place that I played when I lived in Arizona. It was awesome. Otherwise, I have seen multiple ones throughout the years of the big giant arcade cabinet version, and I actually recently had saw that there's a new giant arcade Jurassic Park game out there, actually one of my local malls close to here. And I just was walking by when I was with the wife. We were doing some shopping, and I thought it was awesome. And I said, you know, I'm going to come back here to the mall, and I'm going to play this game a little bit just because I had never played this Jurassic Park game, and it's a new one that's out there. So I love that classic Jurassic Park, that Lost World arcade shooter. And I'm glad that I have the emulator on my computer because you can't even really get that ROM anymore. You can still get the emulator, but the ROM is really hard, and I remember I got it from somebody a long, long time ago. I just was never able to play it because my computers have always been kind of crappy, and once I got this gaming PC from my brother, you know, I was able to actually play it because before it was real choppy and slow, and once I played it on this PC, it was amazing, and it worked great. I've always loved beat-em-up games. You know, I love the Simpsons and the Ninja Turtles and stuff, and so when I got to play that Aliens vs. Predator game, it was just awesome. It blew my mind as a kid. It was just so cool beating them up, and it was just so much better than the Alien vs. Predator game we got on Super Nintendo. You know, that beat-em-up was good, but it wasn't anything like the arcade game, and I always had wanted that game to be ported, and unfortunately never got a chance to. So when MAME came around, and you were able to play these arcade games on your computer at home, you know, it was just so awesome. And that's why I love playing those. And then we also talked about Battletoads, which was another awesome arcade game that I loved playing as a kid. And that's another one that's actually kind of rare. I have only saw a couple of those, like maybe 2 or 3 at different arcades. And, you know, I haven't seen one recently. You know, it just wasn't very popular, and it wasn't a very mass-produced arcade machine. So I don't even know how hard that game would be to actually buy. But luckily with MAME, you know, I'll be able to play it. And I love just how awesome the music was in the game. And I just love the Battletoad characters in general. Something's really cool. You know, it's just a series I really love. And it's awesome that it is actually, you know, coming back with a new entry here. I don't know if it's out yet or it's going to be coming out soon. I just remember hearing about that last year, that they were making a new Battletoads game, so that's something I definitely look forward to check out. Highly recommend you guys check out that Battletoads game. Check out the Aliens vs. Predator game on MAME if you guys happen to have MAME on your PC or your Raspberry Pi or whatever you have. It's just really cool discovering and playing some of these old arcade games. But I'd like to hear about your guys' answers. You know, what are some of your guys' favorite arcade games that you guys have played? You know, let me know about them because I might have missed them. You know, I haven't obviously played every arcade game out there. And some people have recommended some really cool games to me on the arcade that I've been able to check out on MAME. I've also discovered some of myself because I have, you know, like a couple thousand on there. So I've obviously not played all of them. But I'd love to hear what some of your guys' favorite arcade games are. You guys can answer the question as a comment. You guys can answer the question as a video response. You can do both, and you'll get 2 entries into the contest if you do that. I just ask that you please let me know that you filmed the video response so I can post a link to your video in the comment section so other people can check it out. I want to thank you guys for watching. Take care. You guys have an amazing day, and Sleepy will see ya next time.